Hey guys, welcome back to Just Driven. It has been a while since we've done a video and we apologize for that. It's not because we haven't wanted to do a video, it's just we haven't had time. There's multiple projects in the works here at our shop, cars that we personally bought and also a bunch of movie related stuff that we've been working on. Today, we're here to talk to you about the 2Fast 2Furious Skyline. It is getting ready to get on a boat and head to Japan for about a 4-month tour with Universal Studios Japan. And before we do that, we wanted to share a gift that we received from Kyosho. Kyosho, being one of the larger and better quality die-cast model builders, has provided us with the 1/12th scale model of this car. Today we're going to reveal that, we're going to compare it to our car, and we're going to share it with you, so stick around. I used to be a huge die-cast collector years ago, and honestly, I've had so many that I just decided one day it was time to give up a lot of these cars that I've been collecting for the last 25, 30 years. And I don't have a lot of them today. This one is definitely going to go into a new collection. The story behind this car is really quite interesting. Universal Studios decided to collaborate with Kyosho, this die-cast car manufacturer, and they wanted to use our cars to scan to build these cars. When they came out to scan the Toretto Charger and the orange Supra, unfortunately our 2Fast 2Furious Skyline wasn't ready yet. So they elected to use the car that Universal Studios still owns, and it's the car that you guys got to see in the back lot, which was part of the tram ride. Well, that car had been sitting out on that back lot for years, 15 plus years it had been sitting on that back lot, and it had gotten pretty dilapidated. And as a result, the striping faded away, the clear coat started coming off the car. The car was in pretty bad shape. So they pulled it off lot, they sent it out to a body shop, and they had it quickly repainted and freshened up a little bit. The car now stands in front of the new theme park ride called Hollywood Drift. So if you see a black Charger and a 2Fast 2Furious Skyline, that was actually one of the original movie cars. It's on display. They tinted out the windows, not because they didn't want to show off the interior, but they wanted to kind of preserve what was left of the interior. The door panels were pretty faded. The driver's seat was replaced with a black seat. So if you look at our car and you look at this car, there's a lot of similarity, obviously. No gradient on the striping on this car because the actual car that they scanned, which was Universal's car, did not have any of the gradient done to the graphics. The original brakes on the original cars used in the movie were red brake calipers. Only 2 cars, Craig Lieberman's personal car and the first unit production car, actually had the larger calipers on it. The rest of the cars just used the factory GTR gold calipers and they painted them red. The car that, again, they scanned to make this model actually had the original and still has the original GTR brake calipers on it, but the red painted faded away. It's so cool, actually. Oh man, fingerprints. Fingerprints! It's actually pretty amazing seeing a little mini version of this thing parked next to the real thing. Every little detail. Now, mind you, the windows are tinted, but they actually scanned the correct roll bar as well. The roll bar is sitting in there. It's kind of a cage. Ours is exactly the same. So one of the things that I will mention is Craig's car, his personal Skyline. The studio decided to build multiple cars of Craig's, and that's when they elected to paint Craig's car in this silver and put the graphics on it. Craig's car was the only car that had a pop-up monitor. The rest of the cars in the actual original movie, they had a fixed position box with a monitor sitting on top of the passenger side airbag, and they just disconnected it. And it was a larger box. You could actually see it in this model. That is actually what was seen in the original movie cars, was just the box, not the pop-up monitor display. I remember talking to Paul actually about this car. He wasn't a fan of that big box monitor that was sitting on top of the dashboard because it actually obscured some of the stuff you could see out the front windshield. So we elected to actually make ours electric. The bottom half of the door panels were painted nearly to match that graphic, which is very close to a Bayside blue. And then the door card, which is the upholstery portion, that was originally blue on the car that Kyosho scanned, which was one of the cars from the original movie. The interior was so faded that all that blue turned gray. And so if you look at the door panels, you'll see that they're gray, but they're blue underneath on the bottom portion. It's because they were scanning a car that was actually somewhat faded and then deteriorated over the years. We built the exact same setup as the pyramid stand for the triple nitrous bottles. All of our monitors work accordingly. All of our gauges work accordingly, and our pop-up monitor works as well. We just like this look. We feel it's a much cleaner look, honestly. This car is actually going to Japan. It's going to actually go on a full tour in Japan. It's going to be there for about 5 months. I think it leaves in September. Yeah, we're going to have to say bye to this thing for about 4 or 5 months. With that being said, we get it back. We're looking forward to using it and having some fun with it. Lots of stuff going on, and there's been so many things I've wanted to talk to you guys about. I can't discuss too much of what's going on behind the scenes. There's lots of things happening. There's lots of car projects going on here. Lots of movies we're working on. I need to ask you guys something, and I want your honest opinion. So you guys know I'm a former police officer, and I have a huge desire for collecting police cars. And my police car collection has grown significantly as a result of me sourcing cars for a new movie. I just bought a horde of actual police cars from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, a total of about 38 cars. Do you guys have any interest in me showing those cars to you? Because if I'm the only guy excited about it, there's no point in sharing it with this channel. I've asked the guy behind the camera, my partners, and they've all said, ask the audience. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Do you wanna see what I've just acquired? You've seen my SSP Mustangs, you've seen some of my Diplomats, my Furies, my Polaris, my Monacos. I've got a lot more to share. Not sure if you're interested. Put it in the comments if you are, and I'd be happy to share it with you in a future video. The FD, the Tokyo Drift Veilside FD, is probably a week away from being here. And when it finally does arrive, we're gonna do what we can to do a quick reassembly. We're gonna share all of the build on that car, just like we have in the past on the Mark IV Supra, the Toretto Charger, and this car. Along with the Fast 4 Bayside Blue Skyline GTR. That car is going to be here in also about a week. So a lot of things in the works. Stand by. Can't wait to share this stuff with you. Check out Kyosho. These are available now in the States. If you guys are Fast and Furious fans, I would highly, highly recommend you guys acquiring this thing. You will not believe the detail that Kyosho put into the build of this model. It's stunning in every way. I can't wait to see the Toretto Charger. That is a true rendering of our car, along with the Mark IV Supra, which is also a true rendering of our car, since our cars were used to scan. Can't wait to see those. Those aren't quite yet available, and wow, they are fantastic. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap this video. Have a great day, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys have any questions or any general comments, let us know, hit us up. If there's something else you'd like to see, if you see something in the background of this shop that you'd like to know more about, mention it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.